This is Tom with your fishing report from the Northeast. With fish still in that winter mode and significant high water around the area, fishing opportunities are pretty limited. That being said, our late winter trout stockings have been happening around the area, and this includes Greenbow, Mill Creek, and Eagle Lakes, as well as several of our Fens lakes. In addition to this, we are slated to begin some of our stream trout stockings in the next few weeks. Several of these are in the Red River Gorge area, and those streams will still be under that delayed harvest regulation that runs through the end of March. But we do have some catch and harvest opportunities up on Triplet Creek and North Fork Triplet Creek in Round County. Other than that, we all know our biggest opportunities in the winter are for sauger, but the high water levels on the Ohio pretty much take you out on that for the foreseeable future. However, if you do keep an eye on the water levels on the Kentucky River, you may be able to catch a few down there, again fishing behind the dams. That should do it for us. Spring is just around the corner. Water levels will come down and fishing opportunities will come back up. If you do hit the water, especially if you venture out on high water, stay safe, wear your life jacket, and let someone know where you are and when you'll be home.
This is Rob Rold in the Northwestern Fishery District with a lake and fishing update report from our area. With the recent heavy rains from late last week and over the weekend, both of our major reservoirs, Rough River Lake and Nolin River Lake, are several feet over Summer Pool, very muddy and lots of debris. So not a lot of fishing going on right now. Just prior to the rise, anglers were doing fair on Nolin, catching bass in the 10 to 15 foot depth range, and crappie were fair, also using jigs around some standing timber. Same thing for rough. Crappie were doing pretty good there, especially up in the North Fork. But with the lakes both several feet over Summer Pool, you're going to have to wait and let them clear up and stabilize before the fishing there picks up very much. Lake Malone, anglers have been picking up a few nice bass with jigs and spinnerbaits, fished a few feet deep around submerged timber and rocks. Peabody WMA, bass are starting to pick up in the mine lakes as well. Please remember, be safe on the water, and if you are on our major reservoirs or river, the Corps Rangers are saying be very cautious if you're going to boat on those reservoirs.
This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. At the time of this airing, both lakes are projected to be near their record high water elevation levels. Fishing during these conditions can be incredible, but there are some unusual hazards to be aware of. When these lakes flood their banks, many fish get as shallow as possible to take advantage of newly flooded food sources like terrestrial insects. For bass fishing, you're going to want to use weedless rigs such as Texas rig creature baits, shaky head worms, and weedless jigs, which are intended to resemble crawfish. Crappie, bluegill, and red ear will also be shallow and tight to cover. A simple worm under a bobber can work wonders when conditions are like this. High water also presents new dangers such as overhanging power lines and submerged objects that would normally be visible. There is also a substantial amount of floating woody debris in both lakes due to the rise in elevation. Because of these dangers, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers may wisely choose to close the lakes to boating and fishing. If this happens, it will be highly publicized in local media as well as social media. If you haven't already, please like and follow our Western Kentucky Fisheries page on Facebook to stay up to date on fisheries management in both lakes. Good luck and stay safe.